changes to the Portugal team that beat the USA in... Well, it's 4 Chile changes to a side that lost the World Cup. And ultimately, head of Group K, they start 11. Ronaldo Vega, Rafael Leao, opportunity to stretch his legs. Guedes knew he was beaten for pace and opted to... Leao didn't make too much progress. Just Cordova. They're looking to start positively again this evening. No Silva. Conceição. From Semedo. What a good delivery it is. And what a fine save from Figueiredo to deny Ruben Dias an early goal. Well, a claim for Lawrence Figueiredo, who did tremendously well to adjust. His momentum was going in the opposite direction. That is a fine piece of goalkeeping, clawing the ball away against the odds. Ronaldo Vega. Ronaldo towards João Cancelo, dealt with by Gutierrez. He's taken the return pass. He's looking for Tapia. Bruno Fernandes. Rafael Leao. Ronaldo. Samu Costa. Francisco Conceição. Fernandes with the corner. Ronaldo leaps. It's pointed out that he continues to contribute goal-scoring numbers that make his selection inevitable. There's no question, as far as Roberto Martinez is concerned, whether or not Cristiano Ronaldo is deserving of his place in the team, never mind the squad. João Cancelo. Rafa Leao. Brilliant from Ronaldo to allow Rafa Leao to get away, and he's got options now. Rafael Leao opted to go it alone. Well, he still had a huge amount to do after the back heel from Cristiano Ronaldo. Opted to go for goal himself, and Figueiredo was beaten. Shall we say? Leao for João Cancelo. Swept aside by Loyola. Demonstrated a ruthless streak on many an occasion in qualifying for Portugal, and they look in the mood again this evening so far. Nelson João Cancelo. Rafa Leao. Bernardo Silva. Rafael Leao. Just too much on the cross. Just move the ball so fluently, and at times I'm... Ronaldo Vega. Rafael Leao. On the way to Gutierrez. Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo on the move. That stretch, Maripán cuts out the pass intended years with Monaco. Really brought him to the fore in terms of visits. No past Arce, and that possession was turned over to João Cancelo. Rafael Leao. Ball back for Ronaldo. Conceição's in there. Francisco Conceição starts again tonight, as he did in the goalless draw against Mexico. Bruno Fernandes for Cristiano Ronaldo, who bides his time and is thwarted by Figueiredo. Maripán can't get the ball away, so here come Portugal again. It's relentless stuff. Dink forward for Conceição. Loyola. Agustin Arsa. So there'll be a Portugal throw. This was the chance that came the way of Ronaldo, turning away from Maripin. Rafa Leao. He's been a constant threat. Always an expectation that Ronaldo will score, as he has done in 10 of his last 14 appearances for Portugal. No way past Figueiredo on that. Here's Conceição. Rafa Leao. João Cancelo. Ruben Diaz. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao. It's going for the return. That's there ahead of Fernandes. João Cancelo. Strong work from Renato Veiga. Making progress. Conceição. Samu Costa. Rafael Leao. Abilities up towards Tapia. He's glanced it on for Gutierrez. Max Gutierrez. There's one Chile Cancelo. Almost unstoppable, relentless Portuguese attacks for 25 minutes, but Chile managing to get deep and change the angle of attack here, Chile. Osorio. Ahead of Rafa Leao, up rather than away. Free kick for the foul on Samu Costa. The contact from Gonzalo Tapia was actually on Rafa Leao. It was he then who... Very one-sided, 70% possession so far for Portugal, and Cristiano Ronaldo is one of those who's come close to scoring for them. Isn't trying to deflect talk of Portugal being amongst the contenders. Roberto Martinez. Portugal are in there. Caught in a game between these nations. The most recent, though, was a... You just have to be careful, Portugal. João Cancelo. Samu Costa. Rafael Leao. This free kick conceded by Felipe Fernandes. He's got his hands full tonight, hasn't he? Just his third cap. The right is Conceição. Everything up until some slightly overhit deliveries has been good for João Cancelo. Oh, glorious. Samu Costa. Some of the football is sublime, isn't it, that Portugal play? So in tune. From Bruno Fernandes. Joao Cancelo. Ronaldo is in there, Ruben Diaz as well. Conceição. Semedo. He wanted to... The way things have gone for them since qualifying, they've had a couple of wins over Peru as well. Ronaldo is away and in, and the flag has stayed down, and Cristiano Ronaldo has put Portugal in front. Until what many would have expected. It did look as though Ronaldo had just got a fraction too soon. Nothing wrong with the finish, it was the timing of the run that let him down. Howls of derision from the locals who have been denied a Cristiano. Here's Ronaldo. Comes Ronaldo. Fernandes. Semedo. In towards Samu Costa. And from Bruno Fernandes. A little way as far as Nelson Semedo, whose ambitions. Bruno Fernandes. Mr. Vigourously brief. Rafael. Ronaldo. Joao Cancelo. Bruno. Beaten to the ball by Conceição. Ronaldo gets involved. So to Bruno Fernandes. The wildness of that free kick. Mariola was committed and he was late. Cristiano Ronaldo steps up for Portugal and finds only the wall. I really thought there was an arm involved. Renato Vega for Rafael Leao. Away from one challenge, not the follow-up from Fernandes. And then he's getting involved with Joao Cancelo. Romain was there too, and the aggression has spilled over. Ivan Romain has hit the floor as though struck. Ugly, unseemly, and utterly unnecessary. What elicited that reaction from Ivan Romain? Why on earth have both sets of players allowed tempers to become so frayed in a pre-World Cup friendly? Some unpicking for Luca Zufferli, the Italian referee, to contend with, no doubt with some assistance from Rosario Abisso, who is the video assistant referee. Romain and Rafael Leao are both dismissed. A red card apiece. Well, Fernandes and Joao Cancelo were the initial combatants, but it's the follow-up that has produced the sanctions. Arms raised from Rafael Leao and Ivan Romain. And for that unseemly skirmish, both have been dismissed. Well, for Rafael Leao, one of those given a chance tonight from the start. That is less than ideal ahead of the World Cup. Fernandes to Semedo with the corner. Joao Cancelo back towards Bruno Fernandes. Ruben Diaz has won it back. Vigourously is claimed. Barca. Space here for Gutierrez. Max Gutierrez with the delivery. And Arsa catching up with play. He's penalised for his challenge on Samu Costa. Half-time, Guedes. At the end of 45 minutes, utterly now hit the post. Ronaldo forced a save out of the goalkeeper before Rafael Leao and Ivan Roman was sent off after a scuffle on the stroke of half-time. At the interval, it's Portugal 0, Chile 0.